Hi guys, it's Sean, aka Doc Holiday for those that know me. I'm going to be uploading over the next few months a series of videos based on my small Gibson amp collection on amplifiers like the Gibson GA6, the Gibson GA-18 Explorer, the Gibson GA-20T, the Gibson GA-19RVT Falcon, and also my Gibson GA-14 Titan. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of history in there. There'll be some pictures of hopefully original examples, whether it be mine or ones that I found on the internet, and how mine look after my amp tech has gone through them. And hopefully some sort of audio to give you an idea of the sort of tones that you can get from them. Cheers. Right, so yeah, the GA-19RVT Tweed version is about to go off to my amp tech. I thought before I take it in, which will be tomorrow, I thought I would show you basically how I acquired it, you know, gave it a good clean, and yeah, just show you basically how it's looking stock. So bear with. So this is it. Ooh, here we go. As you can see, it's got a little tear in the grill cloth. Looks like something's gone straight through the speaker cone, unfortunately, leaving the size of maybe like a 50p piece or something. So that's going to need to be reconed. The actual tweed itself seems to be pretty good. A few stains here and there, but you know, it's you know, it happens. So as for the chrome panel, as you can see, I mean, you know, to be fair, this will all pretty much stay the same, but I'll show you how it's looking on the inside. Let's get the screwdriver. So yeah, obviously it came, and I made sure to give it a good clean. Just made sure that the amp was, the inside of the cabinet rather, was vacuumed, and also the chrome panel, I gave it a good, you know, clean with a cloth, just try and get some of that shine back. I did put a bit of auto sol on, actually, in part, you know, try not to get too close to the text and the numbers. One of the pots was seized, so therefore I had to, well, I got some switch cleaner on it, gave it a few turns. That seems to be working at the moment. The reverb pan in the bottom was all dirty and dusty, like something had spilt on it as well, so I managed to give that a good clean too. But this is basically bear with me. Here we go. Just prizing it out. So it's been quite hot in here recently, so just making sure that it's coming away. Ah, damn. There we go. One last screw at the top. Good job on it, so that almost bust the top panel, which wasn't very clever. There we go. Righty rice. So yeah, this is it. So there we go. All the original Astron cigar caps, the mini mite still intact. These chocolate capacitors, the Sprague cap for the trem, the original Raytheon or Raytheon tubes, and yeah, original foot switch as well, which is pretty cool. All kept pretty nice. Original speaker too, which is nice, but again, it will need a recone. So yeah, it's going off tomorrow, so as soon as it's back, hopefully working, I'll get a video of obviously how it sounds, and also basically what my amp tech's done to it, you know, changed all the various bits and pieces, see how it looks. So this is the Gibson GA-19RVT. RVT standing for Reverb Tremolo, as part of the RVT series. This particular amp is a 1962 model. These Falcons are very scarce. They do fetch quite a lot of money due to the rarity. This is also a time period of where we're going to start seeing the tweed boxes, or you know, any Gibson amp in this design really fading out before they brought in the Crestline series. It's still carrying the oxblood grill cloth, which is very similar to the Fenders of the day. It's got the tweed, which came in 1959. It's also got the updated logo, which is different to the Flying V logo, which we see on the 59 models and into the 60. This is actually silver, and it's imposed on some plastic which is screwed into the actual cab. This particular amp does not have an Alnico. Most Gibson amps before this amp came with Alnicos, usually in the medium powered P12Rs. This particular one comes with a C12R, so it's ceramic, probably due to the fact that it was more cost effective. Ceramics were coming around this time, and also due to the amount of tubes in the back of the amp. I don't think, to be fair, that bell off the Jensen would fit in the chassis. This amp is also a start of a new trend for Gibson, where we start seeing a different variation in preamp tubes. So the preamp tubes, which we would see before, which would be hypothetically a 12 AY7 in V1, followed by the 12 AX7s. This particular amp, as well as the amps around this time, will start moving into 6E U7s in the preamp stage. Compared to the 12 AX7A, so for robust, quiet, it wasn't very popular with some people, so some people would mod it and they would adjust the wiring to accommodate 12 AX7s. Some people said it made a difference, some people said it didn't. In the power stage, we are still looking at 6v6 GTs, and in the rectifier, we are still seeing a 5Y3 GT. On the actual control panel, we've got two inputs. We've got a one volume, one tone, one knob for the reverb, a depth and a frequency for the tremolo. Here you can see we've got the original foot switch, which is hardwired into the amp, tremolo and reverb. This is made of mahogany. Some people have said it could possibly be the mahogany which they were using for the guitars at the time. It has also got a monitor input-output, which basically, I've never done it, but it means that you can use this amp's reverb, or use this amp as a outboard reverb source. So I'm not sure the connections as such, but you would plug a connection from one amp to this amp, I think, or possibly your guitar into this amp and then out through the monitor into the other amp. That probably makes more sense. And it just means, yeah, that this acts as a standalone reverb unit, which is pretty cool. The reverb is nice. The pan's at the bottom of the cab. It's not as splashy as a Fender. It's a little bit more darker. The trails can still be quite long, but again, it reminds me more of those Peter Green style dark reverbs than the surfy Fender splashy reverbs. Yeah, no, it's a nice amp. I'm glad I've got it. With this amp as well, I will say, it is also one of the last ones that we start seeing featuring redwood cabinets. After this, the cabinets, I believe, were then made from like birch. I've also seen amps around this time period, 61, 62, where sometimes you can see redwood on the sides, maybe birch on the bottom and birch on the top, or a birch side and a redwood side. I've looked in this amp, I've checked it all over. It's all redwood. The baffle is birch. And again, the pots and the speaker code all date to early 1962.